Hey, we gonna topic gonna go into how Babylon overstimulated us, and we got to get back to that natural state. You know, no, you good, you good. You got the lie. All right, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. We'd like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Dash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Minister, Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David B. Lake. All right, we out of GMS Mississippi show. Out here once again, we got prophesied the downfall of Babylon, man. All right, and what we're going to go into today is how Babylon overstimulated us. All right. So we got to get back to the organic, natural state. What do I mean when I say Babylon has overstimulated us? As a matter of fact, somebody get that Micah 2:10. All right, you got something? Yeah, I got it. Let's go, bro.
In Jeremiah 6:16, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the way and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and you shall find rest for your souls. But they said we will not walk therein.
All right, they said we will not walk therein, man. Because staying in the old way. What was the old way? The natural, organic way. Even the music and the frequency is not natural. Because they at least had a meeting to where they wanted to change the frequency of all music that's being played from 432 hertz, which is natural, to like 440, 439, which is not natural. Natural going back to nature. The frequency of nature is about 432. As far as existence, universe, the universal frequency is supposed to be 430. So now the end result is Esau Edom has everybody in the Western sphere on a frequency that's more belligerent, more warlike, more aggressive. Drills. That's why people are more assholes, and people are more likely to get into a confrontation because they're on demon time, because you're already in that frequency. You're already in that rush go frequency, man. All right, but when after these missiles hit America, all right, the frequency is going to go back to the organic frequency. Okay, all right, because once again, in order to fully come back to Yahweh Shai, you have to withdraw from these stimulations that Esau has heightened our senses with, man. It's synthetics. It's fucking drugs, man.
I got that word the rock.
Well,
that word weight, which in the Hebrew is the rock. And it says, going back to the old ways, and it says a manner, a habit, a way. It says a course of life, of moral character.
A course of life. That's the old way. We've been demoralized on this society, man, and this society. All right? But one of the trickery is it feels good. You know, the biggest attacks from your enemies are the ones that feels the best to you. All right? Casual dating has ruined the Israelite family. All right? But casual dating is a form of instant gratification. But your mind and your psychology and the woman's prayer bonding ability is ruined. Now it's no coincidence that 80 to 90% of divorces are initiated by women.
It's exposure.
It's that exposure.
It's exposure of things. Because if we never was exposed as a nation, we never would have went off.
Yep.
Like rap music. Rap music has done way more damage than any music can because it's the exposure. Why did Eve go on? She was enticed through the exposure of stuff. So the exposure of dating, they say you can't be with one man. After you don't deal with 15 and 20 and 30 men, you'll never be the same because it's the exposure and lifestyle.
You can love even after the fall of Adam. The exposure to the culture of the Canaanites, the exposure to the culture of the Egyptians, and in this particular sense, the Romans. Yeah. All right, going back to exposure, every nation, we got enticed by the culture of every nation. Thus, we lost our way. You get that definition of stimulation, then I got you, bro.
This is overstimulate. It says
stimulate psychologically or mentally.
To stimulate psychologically or mentally. That's why when you get used to hearing rap music and drill music, you don't want to listen to jazz.
Can I say something for him?
Yeah.
That's a word you said because stimulation, anytime you go into like behavior modification, a stimulant brings on what? A response. So what the serpent wanted Eve to do was she stimulated her, he stimulated her so the response could be seen.
Yep.
Then it's-
Yep. It look, us being Babylonians, we become addicted to stimulants, musical stimulants, processed food stimulants, actual drugs, stuff you watch on the internet that overhangs your dopamine. All right, I call it computer love. The average young man has got addicted to computer love by the time he's 10, 11, 12. So by the time you have sex with a woman, you're not really into it like that. You got to think about the computer love just to stay aroused, man. Not all men, but a lot of men. So that ruined the union between a man and a woman. You know? Yeah, Cornhub. No, you can't. YouTube. All right, go ahead.
It says to an excessive degree, but it got another definition where it says it said what does it mean for a girl, but it can be applied to male and female. It says a state where an individual experiences an excessive or overwhelming level of sexual arousal, stimulation, or sensation.
Yep. And that's the nature of Babylon. You get overstimulated, even a child. It's not natural for a child to be addicted to stimulants. The child wants Skittles. The child wants Burger King. The child wants candy.
Video game all day.
And that shit turned into an asshole. Like a child is in his tablet all day. It changed their psychology, their psyche, man. You know?
Like they process for their children, especially at their age. You know, when we was young, we used to be outside building shit,
Yeah.
modifying bikes.
Yeah.
You know, like we
Yeah.
were doing actual projects and
Yeah.
shit. You know, and that played a major part in our development.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
especially as a young man, that's really when you get your confidence from.
Yeah.
Like people was Jake was mechanics and shit.
Yeah.
Well, they started when
Their
they was a
bicycle,
child,
yeah.
their bicycle, yeah, you know what I'm
Their
saying?
lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so like they destroy a child's development when all they know is goddamn video games.
And they say these are this generation of children are the most incompetent intellectually. Like as far as forming complete sentences, you know, we gonna say,
Look how they text.
yeah.
And they can't be like relate like you get a kid the game like whatever let them go hang out with somebody. They don't know how to
They don't know how to socialize.
they're not social. That's it. They don't know how to socialize.
Social awkwardness.
They suck.
That's what they got.
Because they put so much. Look, a kid can work a goddamn iPhone 15 like you no problem.
Yep.
They can play it like you no problem. But them to go hang out with somebody.
With the chain pop
Yeah,
off on the bike, they think.
You know, like they trying to get that thing back on them.
And for folks, when you overstimulated, you want to always chase that stimulant.
Yep.
And
That's
you
right.
want to be chasing that flesh.
Yep.
This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse starting at verse I'm starting from verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones.
Yep.
So you chasing the Lord. That's that true health. But when you chasing that stimulant, you just destroying yourself because there's no stop to it. You just gonna keep going till you burst. That's how you burst into death or to destruction, leading to your own destruction. You know.
It tells you that he that live after the flesh shall die.
Mm.
Well, this is the country where you live after the flesh. This man, this mad scientist, he has to literally a science to get you to live after the flesh. He knows how to heighten your flesh to where you're excited. You literally get a dopamine rush and you chasing that high all your life. That's why you got 60-year-olds chasing pussy.
Bro, that's what them drugs.
Yeah.
Them drugs, like
Yeah.
motherfucker on crack or Christmas whatever. They get that first high.
Yeah.
They never said it before.
They chasing that same
Chasing
house
that-
from 1986.
That's
Yep.
You damn right.
That house party back in Memphis when they had that Jerry Curl they go to. And somebody like, man, it's better than marijuana, nigga. They chasing that same high from 1986 in Memphis, man.
Because that portion of your brain has been burned out.
Oh,
That's why. Once you use drugs, it's something in your brain. Once you use it, it's burned out. So that's the reason why they're changing. They keep chasing that same high. And according to a psychiatrist I was talking to, he said, you know how it feels when you climax? He said, now multiply that like 1,000 times more.
Damn,
Yeah.
chasing that
And you
shit.
chasing, that's the reason why they're chasing.
Hey, but that's how you know, like, man, I can't, I'm hesitant to get on this topic, because this nigga's so sensitive, man. But when you go to Walgreens and you get your prescription, what happens? It's the same, it parallels with drugs, because what happens? You develop a tolerance. And when you develop a tolerance, you need a higher fucking dosage. And if you don't get that higher dosage, you're going to experience pain. But if you don't get that higher dosage, now you got to find something else to match that dosage. And that's how Jake get addicted to opioids. That's how Jake get on heroin. Also, you can't get no more opioids. For whatever reason, you got a prescription, you got to go through a window where you got to, you out of your refill. What's the next best thing? Straight heroin. It's cheaper. You know?
That's why it's called what? Marijuana gateway.
It's a gateway, man.
Yep. All the other shit.
Yep.
And you can tell Esau wants you on drugs because when he was coming up, you would have commercials. This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, weed was a gateway. But
Yeah.
now you don't never see that.
Because his dummies that he put on the platform, they promote drugs.
Yeah.
Those rappers, entertainers, they promote being on drugs.
Goddamn zombie.
They're a fucking zombie, man.
Yeah, but
All right.
this Ecclesiastes 1:8, all things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing.
That's why you be on the internet watching computer love all night. You be watching twerk videos all night. You be chasing clubs all week, chasing females all week. You be on drugs or smoking weed all week. You be going out to eat every damn day. All right. You forgot you had a damn refrigerator. You don't know how to operate your stove in the oven. You don't know that you put staples inside your pantry, man. You chase the stimulant. This country makes you a stimulant junkie. That's why the average American can't live outside the Western thought. They think, man, I can't live out here. I can't get a bucket of water and carry it to the house. I can't be with one man all my life. Make Eve turn 21 and like, you can be with this man all your life. Eve can't do it. No. All right? Because Eve a damn child. But a nigga, this nigga, he addicted to other men's women. All right, Jacob's a stimulant junkie in America, man. So the reality of coming back to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, you really got to go through withdrawals. You got to go through a withdrawal phase, just like in the Matrix, man.
Being born again detox.
Say it again.
Being born again, it detox you.
Being born again detoxes you. There's a reality to that detox. It is not easy. You got something, bro?
Chapter 2, 15. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink. That putteth thy bottle to him and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their neck.
Yep. What's that bottle that you gave your neighbor to drink? The Western name. It's the Babylonian wine. The Babylonian, the wine of the wrath of Babylon, man, that whoredom. All right. Now we're drunk. Now we're what do you call it? Winos. 2/3 of our people are winos. Keisha's spiritually stuck at the bar. She that drunk trick. She's that drunk chick at the bar, leaning over. This tipsy man spiritually, and Jake is too. And part of that drunkenness said they are drunken, but not with wine. The Christianity, this New Age philosophy, Black culture, feminism, street culture. Like Elder Yashima said, the whole America is under MK Ultra. Everybody's under the enchantments, man. All right.
And the withdrawal from alcohol is worse than cocaine. Like those withdrawals from alcohol, when you're trying to detox from alcohol, like it's worse than cocaine. People just addicted to alcohol.
And that's why it says in Proverbs, I didn't know that. That's why it says in Proverbs 18, a man having separated himself, seeking and intermeddling with our wisdom. Because separation is part of that spiritual withdrawal. That's why the apostle admonished how many times to be away from the world. Yahweh Shai admonished how many times to be away from the world. You got to be away from the world to withdraw from the world. I remember one time, brothers go to bars and stuff, right? One time I went on a detox, right? It was like no meat, no dairy. I don't think I drank wine. I don't remember it. But when I knocked on your door and I opened it, when you opened it, you was like, man, you look different, man. You was like, you look refreshing. It's like, I ain't been going out. It's like, stay your ass at home and keep you young looking, man. But basically, I withdrew from the world, man. You look cozy. The streets, looking all old, and what the who's whole song? Because I don't want to get talking.
just a quick thing what the Bible said earlier about Eve was pretty much stimulated by the serpent. This straight to the point, Genesis 3:6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat.
And that's why she has an imperious mindset towards Adam. Because part of that tree, that covenant was you up here. So I noticed with no matter space or what field Eve is in, she has an imperious mindset. If it's New Age Eve, she feel like she up on that earthy stone instant. She up on spirit on her side, not on your side. You know that Erica Badu, but she still got that prideful mindset. Then you got the college Eve. She feel like I'm up here, you're not making enough money for me. Who you are is not enough. All right. You got the church Eve. She feel like I'm gonna convert you to my Christianity. You know, you coming to my church. What else? You got the street Eve. She got the niggas working for her. She, you know what I'm saying? Eve already know if all else fail, I can go back to the streets. These street niggas want me. So in every facet of existence, because of that covenant, Eve feels like she's up here. You know?
Corporate Eve.
Corporate, corporate Eve, man. I'll prosecute Eve with the blonde hair in court. She loved throwing Jake in jail. You know? But the point is, man, that's part of that covenant, and the end result was, what was the payoff though? You give me your nation. You give me your nation. Yeah, because when I overcome this nigga Adam, I'm gonna be on top. And for betraying this nigga, I'm gonna put you up here with me. But these niggas gonna be at the bottom. Your sons, you know, they're gonna kill off each other. All right.
It's Isaiah 28:18. And your covenant with death should be disannulled.
And who's death? Esau, the serpent. This nigga is called death. And then the 2/3 of our people, they made a covenant with death. That's why they look like death. Every archetype in the music industry, that's all you are, archetypes that they want us to follow. Like the definition broke down about our leaders. They put steps for us like traps, but it goes into leaders that they use to make us transgress. All right, you're deaf, man. A nigga is deaf. That's why you get around certain niggas that got that vibration, like man. You can feel it, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So it says that your covenant with death should be disannulled, and your agreement with hell should not stand.
Yep.
With an overflowing scourge should pass through. Then you should be trodden down by it.
You're gonna be in the lake of fire. Hell. Right? Because hey, that's the consequence that you get for selling out, man.
And now a lot of these these modern day chicks, they see it nowadays. It comes to social media platforms and say how feminism has really messed up them and their families.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of us see it.
Vibration of the earth is about to change, but it's really going to take place after the destruction. After those missiles hit, the Most High going to reset everything back to its natural state. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
We thought what? Get careers, put all our energy behind a career, going to the military. Eve really thought, put out her energy behind a career was the right thing. Cesare Borgia. We thought the American way was the best way. We looking at all the other countries like, man, we feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
You know? But really, their culture is more superior than this culture, man.
That's another reason why Adam accepted that philosophy, because when she broke it down to him, it seemed right.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed right, but what happened? His kingdom was overthrown.
And that's the one thing about this society. Well, that's the one thing about Esau Edom, is he never tell you the back. He always tell you the immediate benefits and the immediate gratification, but he never tell you about the back end and the long term problems that he's going to have. That's why, like you said, now the woman that had her fun, but eventually they should keep seeing she wants to be somebody's wife. So now, your ability to prepare bond is gone. So now when you really, the man that you really into, he can't be into you because you've been too much exposed. And just like on the man when he wants to, try to build, he done been overstimulated so much that he can't even build with the woman because he's not used to being instructed. The woman not used to being instructed. So they'll never tell you about the back end, about that's why you got young Jake with erectile dysfunction. Well, but they don't tell you that on the front end. You just got to experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
And Simple did Eve, like little commercials about the lawsuits,
Yeah.
medications. Like read at the bottom, it's very good. You can read the real
Yeah.
disclaimers.
Yeah, that's right, man. And that's the nature of Esau Edom. He baits you in with the stimulation of what he's trying to package and sell to you. But he doesn't tell you about that fine print.
Yeah, that fine print. He has to tell you about it. But he does it in subtle ways.
Very subtle, very.
I think they call it, the revelation of the method.
Yeah.
Pretty much they gotta tell you because they feel like that's a part of their Freemason ritual. So they gotta tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But they do it like in subtle ways because he's that serpent.
Yep.
You are absolutely right, and that's because all of that's within Satanism, and they feel like if they don't tell you from the left hand, the bad karma will come back on them.
Then he'll tell you after the damage done.
Then he'll show you the contract that you signed. Like, I showed you the
You
contract.
didn't read the print.
You didn't read the
That's a
print.
small print.
Hey, I know. Look, I'm saying about this is what like porn. Like people trying to get, and they see this shit on TV, and they expect their women to do that. They don't do that. So you say, look at him, you watch it so much, you can't just you gotta spend like y'all saying.
Overstimulated.
You can't do that. They don't do that shit.
Man, you trying to put on a rubber and stay wrecking and shit, get soft, trying to beat it to the. You know?
Look,
Meanwhile, you go on a YouTube or not YouTube, but Pornhub, and then that shit just comes straight up.
yeah.
But
You are
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, we're sick, bro. And then, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying and people expect they wife women do that. They don't do that.
But look, on the flip side, women got higher expectations than us. They want us to all have bigger penises.
Yeah.
They want you to do some shit that they seen too.
Yeah.
You know, we're fucked up.
But at the same time, if you watch it so much, you can't get a wreck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you watch so much, you watch so much, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead, bro. Like then you gotta you gotta do some I don't know anything.
Even Charleston White made that point. He thought he don't want 50 million. Because he said 50 million come with $50 million worth of pleasure. He said the same thing that excites you at 5 million don't excite you no more. You got 50 million. That's why he's going into Diddy. Like Diddy can't, like them guys in the industry, man, they've been exposed to so much. Like they can't just have sex with one woman at a time.
You gotta have orgies.
Yes,
and shit.
That's it.
or they gotta actually watch somebody pop
Yeah.
the woman in front of them.
Yeah.
You know, like it's some real bugged out crazy shit that go on when you get up there, man.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but hey, even like back in the day, the girls, when we were coming up, no chick would admit that she gave me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that was on some clothes hush
That's
stuff.
like taboo.
Yeah, it was taboo. The only time you found out, unless you had the experience, or the dude got known or blended it up. But now, dealing with all this exposure and stuff from Esau, hey, that's a common thing. And they have like no reservation when it comes to
And
that.
they said, go ahead, bro. Now I'm saying it's like levels to it, like what I'm saying about the horror sits.
Yeah.
And later on, you start hearing about like eating groceries.
Man.
Like your minds was exposed to that
Yeah.
coming up.
That's right.
Then
What
you
about
start
that?
getting more defiled, more vile. You
Yeah.
start reaching more levels. And then you start saying more outlandish things.
I got one more thing to say. I'm gonna tell you this. Kevin Gates promoted this.
Yeah.
So now watch this. People gonna start drinking urine. He said he was in the car, somebody used the valve under the cup, and he drank her urine. Now watch this. If months of the years to come, that's gonna be the new thing.
Well, something that Dr. Shahrazad Ali said, if they doing all that now, what they gonna be doing 50 years from now?
Exactly.
10, 15 years from now.
That's right.
So the nation is sick. If you live in this Western world and this Western vibration, you're sick. And you have to understand the nature of this devil. It's never enough. It's never enough. So anything that's not of Yahweh by Hashem outside, I don't give a fuck if it's not a sin. If it's not of Yahweh by Hashem outside, you gotta make an effort to let that shit go. Like let go of processed food is a synthetic drug. Like processed food has done away. It turns you away from apples, oranges. It turns you away from globe grapes. So you're stimulated. And Esau admitted that in the last 10 years, they made all this food taste better. Something going back to what Elder Yashawamba said. They put some in this food that they were doing 20 years ago. Like a Starburst is sweeter, the gummy, it hit your brain like, God damn. You know what I mean? So even that is bullshit. All right.
And I was just gonna say too, that's why like going back to the scripture, it said that you put that bottom, our brothers, you basically put that stuff out there because you know it's all on the internet. You're not trying to censor it. You're not trying to get it taken down.
Right.
You know, you can do all this to get all that removed, but it's a part of your culture. It's a part of what makes you that keeps you in power. So that's why you keeping that to open access to like you can put something simple on. That's why you gotta have say search on Google because. Like a lot of times you might put in like how to where can you find tomatoes at, and then you go to images or something. It's talking about some. It might have sexual content. Like it don't even make any sense, you know. But all of that is available to anybody to just go and overstimulate themselves.
Black cops. Y'all ever saw the Ted, the bear?
Yeah,
Everything went
like,
back to black cops.
it's crazy, and then it's blurred out sexual content. But you put in something that's beneficial for herbs or something.
Yeah, but you can't say certain herbs.
Right.
They got fruit that's illegal. You hear that, bun? They got fruit that's illegal. You can buy a cigarette from over the counter. Cigarettes kill 480,000 Americans a year. You can buy that shit from over the counter. But yet, what, soursop is illegal? One of those Jamaican fruit, man. Ain't that some shit? And niggas really be Googling, is this fruit safe? That nigga, you was raised off Skittles.
Why smoking the black?
Why smoking the black and mild?
That's
You know?
crazy. That's crazy. Like you eating fruit.
Yeah. Yeah, Esau tell you, look, that shit cause cancer. Be careful. All right.
And this is Isaiah 1:5. It states, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick,
Oh, man.
and the whole heart has fainted.
And yet we fainted because we don't have no spiritual shepherd to deliver us, man. We're just sheep scattered in the trenches. We were in the pastures, which is Jerusalem, to the damn jungle, man. Imagine sheep in the jungle, man. Sheep ain't supposed to be no damn jungle, man. In the Western world, that's us being in the jungle, man. You know? Sheep in a trap house. Sheep in a trap house, man. Even when they got video clips of that bando, man. Hey, even they got videos of Jake in so-called church, and they playing nigga music in church, or at least the instrumental. And the preacher coming to the podium flipping the Bible, like, you know what I mean? Because that nigga culture is stimulating. So Jake could be 40, 50, still on that young nigga shit. Even be 40, 50, still on that young Keisha shit. Everybody's scared to age gracefully. Don't you know the scripture says that in Sirach, it basically roughly paraphrased that gray hair is supposed to be coupled with wisdom. Like your gray hair is supposed to be matched with your experience, and that's the beauty of it. Here you are down, your hair back black. You older, you trying to perk your titties up like you're younger. Nah. The Most High not gonna set you up to start failing after 30. No, now you're going into your experience. Now you're becoming a leader in your family. You're the patriarch. You're your go-to. You're the history book. You're the encyclopedia. We don't want to age over here, man. All right, forever young.
Proverbs 16:31. The hoary head is a crown of glory.
It's a crown. Yeah, have you ever seen a crown? It's full of gemstones and diadems. It's diamonds. So a crown is something beautiful. All right.
If it's found in the way of righteousness.
That's why the scriptures condemn. It's a shame to be an old man full of gray and you still got them young nigga problems. You still, yeah. So now you got Jake, they 50, they know how to look younger now, and they still want to move like they're 25 in Babylon, man. Well, who the hell the young nigga gonna look up to? Young niggas wild because you got 50-year-olds game banging now. You know?
Everybody trying to mimic the young niggas, man.
Yeah.
Like everyone wants to mimic. You know, you got little 2 Chainz, you know, this boy talking about rapping still talking about he a young nigga. Like, what you doing this for?
Yeah.
You know, like you look at a lot of you niggas age, you niggas old.
Yeah.
You know?
Some dreadlocks out, feet up top.
Yeah. You know, Lil Wayne, like that's why.
About 40.
Yeah, all them niggas old, man.
He's 40, over 40 now.
Yeah. Niggas old. You know?
Yeah.
But they want to
Still be that, yeah.
Like you say, nobody is evolving into nothing, man. Instead forever young nigga shit, man.
Like, cause hey, man, our forefathers, like the scripture you brought out, a man has an inheritance for his children's children.
Yep.
So after you get a certain age, your mindset is supposed to be building an environment where your grandkids can thrive.
Legacy minded.
You're supposed to be legacy minded. No Jake does that, man. Everybody just still want to block. That scripture going back to chasing harlots.
Yep.
So you still want to be an older dude that attract young women.
Yep.
And not build nothing, man. You got grandkids, but you moving like your damn grandkids, man. You know? Like I said, when you become older, you're supposed to create estates for your sons to prosper and inherit it and expand on, man. Life insurance type shit, you know? All right? Real life insurance, man. All right? I'm just saying, you know, in theory, you know? All right?
This is in the GNT. This is what you quoted earlier. This Wisdom Solomon 4:8. This in the GNT. It says we honor old age, but not just because a person has lived a long time. Wisdom and righteousness are signs of the maturity that should come with old age.
So wisdom is supposed to come with old age. So now we got a nation full of old fools. Or whether it's Eve or Jake, man. It's full of old fools, man. It's a shame to see an old adulterer. An old dude trying to holler at a married woman. It's a shame for an older woman to be flirting with, you know, you're an older married woman, but you flirt with younger dudes at work. You know, that's a shame, man. You don't honor your husband. You know, that's a shame.
Like you're an older woman, or older man, you know, ate unhealthy all your life, then you're gonna put that for your children, your grandchildren.
Yeah.
And you know the problems that you have with your children, now you set them up on that same path.
Yeah, you set them up on that same path. You a man that got your son on this shit. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to be friends with him. We in the jungle. So your whole thing is to protect your sons and daughters from the jungle. Granted, we under curses. The mama might have more, you know, but just you're supposed to have control over the kids to protect them from this shit. That's
Old Eve still set niggas up. Teaching her daughter to set niggas up.
having them thinking they got her pregnant.
Yeah.
So they get money from her.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, they poor as shit.
Yeah.
The average person that think they're getting over on somebody else, usually they poor as shit. In most cases, man.
Because they had that situation, some of my white relatives, but her nephew is young Jake about 20 something. And he thought he had got the little chick looking, he was pregnant. You know, he worked at Walmart. So his mama was well to do. So she had the DNA and found out that it wasn't his child. And she was trying to talk to the mama, but the mother of the little girl, she stopped answering the phone. So it was a play the whole time to try to put the baby off on him because she knew that he came from a well-to-do family, you know. But so his mama peeped game and shut that shit off, and the mama stopped answering the phone. So it's like you say, you got women 40s and 50s and 60s still trying to run them plays. Like you supposed to.
Like I said, a lot of us don't even know what a real man is. I'm talking about a man that's 70 years old that's responsible for the livelihood of everybody in his family. That grandpa, that's the reason why the baby boomers were like well-to-do parents of us. You know what I'm talking about? That patriarch is like 70, 80, they got all this land, and then he raised his children to be well-to-do, and that's the reason why we came out a certain way. But most of us don't even know our grandpa, man. You know how fucked up that is?
That generation died off, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's finished, man. You know? Because women, man, they were more so in order when we were coming up, man. And again, when we were coming up, we had a 2-parent household. You know, if your father missed those teacher and parent meetings, it's because he was either at work, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, he was there. Like this divorce rate shit, all that shit started happening around early 2000s, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen no shit like this.
I mean, I'm sorry, brother. Every wedding I've been to, divorce.
Yeah.
From the time I was 8 to my teenage years, everybody that got married, divorced.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something else. And then when your grandmother's husband died, she didn't remarry. You know, both my grandparents, like on my father's side and my mother's side, you know, both grandpas died first. Neither one of my grandparents, as far as the grandmothers, they never remarried.
Yeah, my grandmother the same way.
Same way. See that?
She 94.
See, it's honoring that shit, man.
Hey, oh, you know
No,
what?
you dead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, basically, shit, you die now, you know, hell, your bitch will be married 2 days later.
She already had the dude set up,
Yeah.
like when you was dying.
Yeah. Son, yeah, she trying to get the life insurance policy and shit, man.
Hey, you actually had a situation like that.
I know.
Kendra Scott show. There's a lady, she like a female type version of Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
She had a so-called black woman on there. Her husband's in the hospital dying. She was already asking about like trying to get to another husband. So, you know, once he passed, she already got something already lined up through it.
You know what this is a nation of? Animals.
That's right.
We animalistic. We've been decivilized, man,
Right.
to the point where the Heavenly Father and morals and tradition, it doesn't exist up here. Because you're a slave to your lower nature. Because that's the modern way of saying everybody's living after the flesh. Okay, for edification's sake, was the brother on song?
Hey, it's like do thy will.
The Greek word for flesh. Go ahead, brother.
Do thy will.
Yeah.
Hey, you can do what the fuck you want to here.
Yeah, because yep.
Hey, you can marry who you want to marry. You can date who you want to date.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hey, the word is free. Do what you want to do.
Yeah, you could go. You could. Hey, they just started doing curfews down here, right? But typically, you could be out in the streets all night. You could drive home 6 o'clock in the morning from being out all night. Like you can leave the club 4 o'clock in the morning. Then go to IHOP. By the time you get home, it's like 6. The sun coming up. 5:50. The sun coming up. You going totally against your circadian rhythm. Nobody's ever taught the circadian rhythm. All right. You were never taught to fast and detox and cleanse. You never taught to just and around sunrise you can go walking. Around sunset you go walking. That's why Elon they go walking around sunset. You never taught how to be in tune with the earth, man. You have to go against. If you got to go against nature to enjoy yourself, you need to examine yourself. Real shit. All right, your stimulus junk. All right, go ahead. We'll wait on the camera adjustments. Yeah, the Greek word for fresh and the bullet about it. Yeah, it's go back to sardine or sardine, something like that. All right, you hold some of them. All right. Yeah.
Jeremiah 17 verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
What is the heart? Your mind. Now, what does it say in Proverbs? Following out thy own heart and thy own mind to go after thy own ways, roughly paraphrasing.
Because it's after the flesh.
Which is what? Doest thou will.
That's right.
So Satanism is not primarily worshiping Satan. The behavior of Satanism is I'm free to go after my own flesh without being subject to the rules of some God. That's what Satanism is. Self-worship. It's self-worship. Which is we get solipsistic from. Like a lot of women are solipsistic. It's all about them.
Yeah. That's why going back to the marriage, when Esau, was able to remove people from their purpose, because he pretty much removed purpose from everything. And it just came off. Because people get married based off what? Personal preferences. Sex. There's women that choose marriage partners based off, like you say, how much this man can stimulate her. So when you go to marriage was your duty to your nation. Like you had to get you was getting married as a duty to your nation to bring forth more of your nation. So when you got away from the purpose and the duties of marriage, now it's just based off how much y'all stimulate each other. Yeah. That's why it's so weak. It's not a real bond. When you're doing something just for you, then you really don't have that much get up and go about. You really don't be that dedicated. But when you're doing something that's bigger than you, like even when Jacob, when he wrestled the angel, he wasn't doing that just for him. Mm-hmm. He was doing that for his seed. He was thinking about us when he was wrestling. Yeah. So Yahweh Shai, he was thinking about us. Abraham. You see, our forefathers, like you say, they were generational thinking.
And the man that wasn't, because who was one of the sons of Judah? He was supposed to carry his brother's seed.
Yeah.
And then he pulled out.
Yep.
That was some selfish shit.
Yep.
He got off.
Yep.
Instantly, man.
Because he knew that seed was going to bring his brother back.
Yeah.
So you going to have sex with his wife, and then you just going to shoot out. Yeah. And Yahweh shall put your ass together. Right?
He was saying that that line will basically be dedicated to his brother.
Right.
Like it wouldn't be his.
Go ahead.
And
That's really wicked. Who can know it?
So that's why everybody's bugged the fuck out in their spiritual law, because you're in the country to do as thou wilt, but you have no guidelines, you have no direction. So in one breath, because that's why a lot of our people, they're drug addicts. Before the age of 30, they suffer from depression, anxiety, what's bipolar, PTSD, because they just been in the world. Even when meant to be in the streets. A lot of them meant to be in the streets. But if you ever meet chicks who's like late 20s, they be having problems, man. They traumatized, man.
Molestation and
Yeah.
a lot of jokes that men, boys, and girls have experienced molestation.
Yep.
And that's what childhood trauma. And that plays a part in your adult lifestyle.
And it happens, and those situations happen mainly in those single parent households.
When it's just a mama.
Yeah, those women are extreme, especially if you coming up in the hood and you in a single parent household as a woman, you're extremely vulnerable.
That's right.
You know? And a
And
lot
bringing all these niggas
Yeah.
in and out.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
No, just to back you up.
But for your own selfishness.
Yep.
Going back to selfishness. You got that little boy you trying to feel, and you don't give a damn how this affecting your daughter or your son. You just trying to feel your little boy to scratch your little itch. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
And these are women that are raising kids. Like, bro, like shit, when we were coming up, my mom would not let us spend the night at a cousin house. But now you bitches ain't even at home.
Hey, and the most I hate that shit. How many houses get burnt the fuck up and Eve at the club?
That's right, bro.
6 kids burnt in the house fire,
That's
man.
right.
There'll be spirits created for business, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Hey, but like you said, a lot of it, I'm glad you said that, because one of the traits of the Western world is individualism. What is a nice euphemistic way of saying selfishness? One, because you know how you put a split between the West and the East, and the East is group thinking, the West is individualism. So our people are all individualists. So all the moves they make is for individualistic or selfish reasons. Like one child, you put all this energy to put your child through school just for them to get their bag and neglect the parents.
Right.
Parents be poor. But here you are making $80,000 a year and you just neglect your parents, man. All right? Or you 40 with no kids as a woman, but you're doing all these girl trips and all this shit. Selfish, man.
going back to we was talking to, like you say, duty is out the plate.
Yeah.
So that's why these marriages, like I said, be so rich. Because once the stimulation's gone, you got nothing.
And then stimulation, that's called an infatuation phase.
Yeah, once that's gone, you have nothing. But when you have duty, when you have a goal, when you're with a woman and you're building an enterprise, and then now you're bringing children into this. So now you're growing the children up, all right, to forward the enterprise. Now, all right, you have duties and responsibilities. So no matter about, even if the stimulation, because eventually it's going to die down anyway, especially in this society when, we've all been overstimulated.
Yeah.
So that initial, like say, infatuation stage might be a week. Back then it probably was years, but now about after a week, okay, now what?
Go ahead, Captain Shaquat.
All right, this 2 Timothy 3:1 NLT. It said, you should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times.
These are difficult times. All right.
For people will love only themselves and their money.
Individualism, selfishness. All right.
They call it narcissistic.
Narcissistic. The average American is a damn narcissist. Is a damn sociopath. If you kill a baby so you can fulfill your career, man, you're a sociopath, man. You know what I mean? You abort this baby so you can continue to live a fun life. But even a nigga, man, you'll talk a woman into an abortion. Like, I want you to have no baby. You'll make her get an abortion, man. Like, I had up in his pocket. If you not, come on, man.
Yeah, you look up all the synonyms for that word narcissist. The tendency is basically, instead of saying demon, they call it a narcissist. Because a narcissist pretty much is a demon, man.
Yeah, you know what that, because it goes from a Greek guy who saw himself in the water's reflection and fell in love with himself. So it's like his name has narcissist in it. But no, going back to what you said, you just
Babalu.
Babalu.
Yabba dabba doo.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Yeah.
That's
All right, so it says, for people will love only themselves and their money, they will be boastful and proud, scoffing at the Most High. disobedient to their parents and ungrateful.
And the way you scoffing at the Most High, primarily you scoffing at his prophets, right? But you're scoffing at his ways. Like you scoff at the traditional way, the old way, which is a remnant of his ways. You know?
And then like say, and that's another thing, like the woman or man say, damn, I wasn't trying to have no kid. But you blasting, you letting him blasting you.
Yeah.
But then you say I wasn't trying to get pregnant. How you wasn't?
How is this a mistake?
Yeah, I'm like, ain't nobody mistakenly getting pregnant. That's impossible. Like you gotta, it's so many phases you gotta go through to get pregnant. Like, nah, you ain't accidentally getting pregnant. Like, nah, this is you doing the act to get pregnant, man. Okay? Don't be acting like the baby's just thing. You know? Yeah.
Amazon package shit.
Yeah.
man.
No, yeah. Come on, man. Like, nah, your decision making got you here.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
They will consider nothing sacred. They will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control.
So nothing is sacred. Even the scripture's not sacred to him. No self-control, meaning you do as you want to do, man.
This is a pre-destruction
That's
mindset.
it. That's it.
This is what happens before the Most High is the civilization, and builds another one.
Hey, cause even like these women that are married, you look at their Facebook pages, man, like everybody knows they shape like.
Yeah.
Everybody knows your woman shaped like. Like it ain't nothing sacred. Like you ain't getting nothing special for it. Everybody knows what your woman look like. It's just one little thin piece of clothing that separate her from being completely naked.
And then when a woman put up y'all picture up on Facebook, all the niggas that fucked us, they looking at the shit like this the dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the dudes that been with them,
Yeah.
they on the Facebook. You know what I
Yesterday
mean?
news.
Yesterday news, like shit.
You like goddamn clown.
Yeah, straight clown.
You open the door.
Yeah, man.
Going to war in this mother.
Yeah.
Tyrone in auntie house like, oh, Yolanda?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. Oh, she got married.
This what we doing, guys?
Yeah, man. This shit weird now, man.
Awkward to him.
This like hey, you made a point earlier today. You said the earth, the earth is like a fruit, right? And now the fruit is ripe. Like earth is ripe. During the beginning, it was ripe. But now the earth is, that's why the vibration is dark and gloomy. It's you feel unsafe. Everybody feel like they gotta get a gun, got ADT system, you gotta lock your door. This shit is not civilized. Civilized means you can cohabitate with other people without danger. This is uncivilized, man. You got security cameras everywhere. You know.
And this is Genesis 6:5. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
You ever see a nigga staring off his face like that, like his eyes? That's plain he thinking up some bullshit. It's adultery shit, it's scheming shit. So there's a nigga that's at work and he just like, why he just sitting there thinking? What he plotting? He plotting because Jacob means to plan. So a nigga is a master of putting some shit together in his mind. Nobody's gonna say that wise do evil. You see Eve at the red light doing the same thing. She just looking straight, but she ain't thinking straight. She thinking, how do I stay 2 steps ahead of this nigga? How do I continue, huh? How I fucking stay up? How I conjure up arguments to keep him under my shit? You know what I mean? Like, gaslighting, like you coming home like, man, what she mean? Right. She did, yeah, and you know what? That's why her rebuttals be so fast.
He quick to the motherfucker.
Yeah, because she already thought about it. She premeditated. She plotted. She's a director. She's a book writer. She plotted the whole argument, man. And she know your nature as an individual, so she already know how you gonna respond. That's why her rebuttal be so fast to your response.
And
man.
don't argue with her. Just
Yeah.
like my dad used to tell my mom, I'm about to go to Elvis.
Yeah.
Go to Elvis.
Yeah. I don't know where that is, but I'm gonna go there too.
Go to Elvis, man. That's my uncle.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to Edwards too, man.
Let's go to Elvis,
I'm
man.
going to have a sock spot, man. All right. Got me, brother.
I got
I'm gonna come back, brother. I'm gonna come over. You ain't gotta explain nothing. All right. You said you had something?
Yeah, I'm just saying about the culture, you know, and it all stems off idolatry, man.
Yeah.
You know, because like you say, Satanism, you don't have to be in the pentagram with candles lit.
Yeah.
You know, your mindset makes you a Satanist, man.
Yeah.
You know, your culture All right, because these idols came with a culture, man. You know, and our people exist in these cultures that steal from idols. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14, and I'll start at 22. It says, moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in a great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. And they look at this as normal. Like it's normal for you be this woman that she had 2, 3, 4 babies dead. Like that's the norm. Like you know, it's normal for Jake to go to prison. Like it's normal for niggas to get shot up. Your mama house gets shot up and shit. Like these are the normals of the neighborhood to be drug infested. Like this is normal. You know, it's
Yeah, and to land back, basically, you could tie this to the antediluvian world. You know, the age existed, the time period that existed before the flood came. They even showed you on a little you remember that
Documentary.
a little documentary on Amazon.
Yep.
They showed you that pretty much everybody was tied into idol worship. You know, that's the reason why you was having all that chaos on the earth.
And like one of the idols now, the main idols with technology, science, which cancels out Yahweh. And you go into the history that book, I think you brought it out, the antediluvian world. And they were speculating that Atlantis was the world before the flood.
Huh.
They're speculating that like the underworld because you have to understand the Most High wiped out an advanced civilization. It wasn't everybody was in tents or with a barn fire worshiping Baphomet. No, it was a whole planet full of. It was speculated between 750 million and 4 billion people. A whole civilization got wiped the fuck out.
And they had brought that little point out, that footnote on the Amazon documentary that basically mankind believed in science back then. Like that whole spirit ain't new.
That's why the scripture says, who worships the creature more than the creator?
Yeah.
Because the science is really manipulating elements, understanding the elements the Most High created. You know, to create a technology.
or even for Noah to be able to build a boat. Like, he has to have some tools. He has some real tools. Like, I'm not doing no sticks. You know, two sticks. Yeah, like he said, 2 sticks. Because what you gotta go? That wood got you gotta cut the wood. Measure it. Then you gotta make it. You know what they call it when you cook the wood, but then you I forgot what they call it when they build them cabins. What they do to their wood.
Right.
I forget, it's a term, but that process, like I say, you gotta have some real tools, and then they you know, their art was high, man. So it had to be some technology. For that company, you know?
For 2 stories, remember?
Yeah, it was high 2 stories.
Hey, says Elder Kazak said this, Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been.
Right.
And the Most High requires that which is past.
And the Most High brought them same spirits back to get judged again. All right? The Most High brought all them spirits back. That's why so many people on the earth. It's almost 8 billion just to get destroyed because America's going to get destroyed and a lot of countries going to get bombed, man. So those nuclear missiles going to kill millions of people in the countries that they hit, man. So this is going to be the second death, man.
And imagine all the spirits returning back to the spiritual
At the same damn time.
What's
Man.
going to be so many, man?
And you know, and when those spirits go back to the Most High, you know what that's like to the Most High?
Like a burnt sacrifice.
It's like a burnt. Yeah, it's like a scratching the itch.
Yeah.
These are a burnt sacrifice, man. All those spirits get sucked because Yahweh is the father of spirits. He's the king. But just imagine, but billions of spirits get summoned back to the king at one time, man. You know,
What you said at the same damn time.
same damn time, man.
Showed him.
You know, let's go get them closing scriptures, brother.
Isaiah 34:6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness.
What's the sword of the Lord? Those ICBM missiles, man. All right, like 200 million because of those warheads. Come on, man.
And with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord Yahweh had a sacrifice in Basra,
Yep.
and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
A sacrifice in Basra, which is the house of Esau, man.
Miracle.
America. So you have to understand when the Most High do resets, he's wiping out a mindset. When the Most High clean slate the earth like the flood and what's going to happen now, you know, clean slate stuff. That means a mindset had to get wiped out. It ain't just let me wipe out this one country or this one city or kill a few million people. No, the Most High about to wipe out a mindset because a new mindset is going to permeate the planet Earth. It's going to be in tune with the earth. See, when you build your kingdom, it has to be in tune with the earth. When this nigga started to get advanced during the Industrial Revolution, he started to get out of tune with the earth. The Industrial Revolution, mass deforestation, a lack of regenerative measures with the soil. All right, there's an effect that comes from that. Mass raising cows in concentrated environments, man. All right, there's a mustard seed. All right, hey, you lack regenerative measures, man. You lack regenerative measures, and now, hey, it says and that's what's in the Sirach because of unfair dealings. A kingdom is given from one hand to another. You know, and you rich guy about season. That's the foundation. All right, but anybody have anything else? Okay, come.
It's the book of Acts chapter 3, verse 19. It says, repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
Time of refreshing. It's about to be a reset.
Correction, that ark was 3 stories.
3 stories.
3 stories. Yeah. The water of the God. See, fact check back here.
Right. And guess what? In 3
Is that
stories.
authorized?
It's authorized,
In
though.
3 stories. Like I live for 3 stories. That shit, like moving shit up there, that's high. That's up there, bro.
That proves that's the limit for building. For it to be that high, you know.
I did it before. That shit 3 stories. I did almost shit 3 stories.
We're gonna go through it again, man. Hey, because we're the Noahs. Noah was a seed that was planted for the next life. Noah and the 8 sons, or Noah and the 7 sons, those were seeds that the Most High is gonna cultivate for the new world.
Shah said the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed.
So
So it's the smallest of all seeds that grow into the biggest tree. And that's what was being planted. Like you say, destroying America, because America is the ideal.
yeah.
That's why the Lord wants to get rid of the ideal.
Yeah.
You know, the physical destruction represents also the removing of an idea from the earth. Because Rome was ideal.
Yep. You got it. Was they getting you, bro?
Yes, I can this one. All right. This is second back, Maccabees 1 and 28. I'm sorry, 27. It said, gather those together that are scattered from us and deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our power. Punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong.
You saw that hill today, man.
That's right, bro.
Read them again, bro. You start over.
It says, second Maccabees 1 and 27.
Right.
Gather those together that are scattered from us.
And the elect. So by this holy word, we're being collected together. Go ahead.
Deliver them that serve among the
And
heathen.
the second death from Esau's punishment, from Esau's rulership, man. Right? Go ahead.
Look upon them that are despised and abhorred.
And we are despised. All right. And you see it. All right. The so-called white man wants to like literally kill us all. Because at the end of the day, dealing with them, it's all about their birthright, man.
That's it.
They want that birthright. We're talking about the nobility of Edom, the people that control this entire system. Go ahead, bro.
Motion not desired.
That's right.
And let the heathen know that they are our power.
Mhm.
Punish them that oppress us.
And you will know when Yahushua returns that the Most High is our power. Go ahead.
And with pride do us wrong.
Right. And these people are prideful. All right. Very prideful. That's a behavior trait of Esau Edom. Prideful. Go ahead.
It's going to say about that mustard seed.
Mhm.
Plant thy people again in thy holy place.
Right. And that's going into what? The kingdom of heaven. And also for Yahuwah, we have another definition, which means what? A liar, L-I-E-R, and wait. So we are awaiting the arrival of Yahushua so we can be planted again.
I sense through the spirit, man. The spirit man emphasize this, man. Bells ringing and horn, you know.
He said, plant us in our place. That's in rulership.
Yeah, right.
He go like what Esau got in the industry, implants, implants,
Yeah.
them to show up
Yeah.
already popular and famous. You know, like, damn, this nigga, you know, but the Lord gonna do that with his men. He's gonna plant us in leadership, man.
Real quick. Ecclesiastes 3 and 2, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant. And a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Esau, Edom. Because America getting destroyed, it's like wickedness being uprooted, being fucked up, man. Hey, but with that, we hope you brothers were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Double honors to our elder, apostles, elder, bishop, upgrade, millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house that is elect. Ababa, Ababa, Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.